Hello and welcome to JV East Season 5, Round 5. Yes, we've had a 5-round streak without any transit breaks. And pre-qualifying is about to finish and we'll be ready for the qualifying to the Polish J-Prix at Tor Białowieża. Let's get right into it here. Here we go. Every lap counts. It's every lap boost and 3 minutes to set the fastest lap. Let's take a look at the token spends. In the meantime, we've got 4 tokens being spent by Arcaniac, 3 tokens from both Chevrolet Microbus and Not Pickles, 2 tokens being spent by NASA Luna Racing teammates Skip and Fabio, as well as 153 RMC of Motor Evid Academy and Matimar of Matimar Racing, 1 token being spent by Carpathian's Peaks Levy, as well as Gorlomi and Ricky Boy 12 and Mato from Matimar Racing. Let's take a look at the car stats. We've got a grip upgrade from Compass, for Compass and for NASA Luna Racing, a speed and a turbo for HRT Lightning, and a speed and an excel for both Evolve and Matimar Racing. Evolve jumping up to be the 5th best car on the grid, a title which it had not held in a long time, to be in the top half of cars in terms of car performance index. We'll see how they do here. Currently it is Gorlomi with 1 token on provisional pole, but Skip says no and he is now on provisional pole himself. It's all over the place, looks like. We've got Skip on provisional pole. He's spending 2 tokens, of course, but that NASA Luna Racing car, if we take car stats again, it is a beast at 4.0 car performance index. Then it's Carpathian's Peak, then Compass, then HRT Lightning, then it's Evolve, then it's Yorkshire Aerial and Motor Evid Academy tied, then it is Matimar Racing, then Brabham, and finally Pizza Racing Team, currently the worst car on the grid. Arcaniac, can he take pole? No, he cannot. Skip is still on pole, 153 RMC with only 2 tokens. That Motor Evid Academy car cannot be underestimated. IZ is currently on the front row. Then it is Arcaniac in 3rd, Not Pickles in 4th, Chevy currently in 5th, 3rd row lockout for Evolve at the moment. Then Matimar currently qualifying in 7th. Then it is Fabio, Ricky Boy 12 with 1 token qualifying in 9th. Then it is Mr. Cyril 6 tokenless all the way up in 10th. Pizza Racing Team driver Tifoli tokenless up in 11th. Mato struggling, he's down in 17th. Arcaniac once again doesn't improve. Chevy onto provisional pole. Chevy Microbus. Evolve, can they get a pole here? Golomi drops, I believe. I'm not sure. Someone jumped up. It was Levy up into 8th. There, Ricky Boy 12 is now down to 10th. Emma Box jumped up as well. Mato is in 19th. What is happening to Mato? He is spending tokens. Why is he struggling so much, especially with the new upgrades, a speed and an acceleration to Matimar Racing? It should be more competitive. Arcaniac cannot improve. He's only going to start from 3rd. Chevrolet takes pole position at the Polish J-Prix for Evolve Racing. It'll be an interesting track, this one, and lots of tight turns here and there, but let's take a look at the grid. Here we are, Chevrolet lines up to take pole position for Evolve Racing. Skip starts on the front row with the only other sub-36 lap time. Arcaniac spending 4 tokens will start from 3rd. 153 RMC starts from 4th. Not Pickles from 5th. Matimar from 6th. Gorlomi will start from 7th, followed by Fabio in 8th. Ricky Boy 12 starts from 9th, and Levy also starts from 10th. Tied there, but he starts from behind because, well, that's just life. Emma Box and Tifoli, great performances from them despite the worst car on the grid. They will start from 11th and 13th. Tokenless, Mr. Cyril 6 starts from 12th. Vlado 204 from 14th, and it's Graco. Mato is spending 1 token, but still A struggle for him as he will only start from 16th, Odd Koopa from 17th, Ishbo Spammer from 18th, both Brabhams not spending any tokens, and then a card that is really struggling will start from the back row lockout. For them, let's get straight into it. 24 laps here in Poland at Tor Białowieża. A home race for Matimar Racing and Matimar as Chevy starts on the soft, so does Arcaniac and Not Pickles. Skip is on the mediums and so is 153 RMC. Matimar, interestingly enough, starts on hard. That's always a very, very bold choice, and we went 3 wide there with Skip and Arcaniac, and Chevy got the wrong end of the stick, being on the inside, forced out, and it's Arcaniac into the lead of the race. Chevy looking for a move down on Skip, but Not Pickles and Fabio have also jumped up. Chevy, great move there. He's on the inside, but he takes another bit of grass, and Skip is in front. Chevy looking for another overtake, and there he completes it, and so does Not Pickles. The softs much quicker here than the mediums, it looks like, and now they're looking to chase down Arcaniac, but Not Pickles forces themselves down the inside on Chevy. Chevy down the inside again. Great wheel-to-wheel driving here from both of them. Chevy has just pulled away now, looking to chase down Arcaniac. 3 tokens from him, 4 from Arcaniac, 3 from Not Pickles. But that recent Evolve upgrade might be giving Chevy a bit more confidence in his racing. And Mato from 16th, he's up into 8th on the softs. If that doesn't prove the soft dominance, I don't know what will. Matimar holding on to 9th behind, looking to make it double points for Matimar Racing in a very troublesome first season for the Virtual League's outfit. He is on the hards though, and he is the highest runner on the hards. He is looking to hold down on those hards as much as possible. The better he does, the more he'll be able to profit from it later down the line. But the top 3 remain unchanged as Arcaniac, followed by Chevy, followed by Not Pickles. Skip holding down to 4th, but he's got 153 on his tail. Then is Gorlomi getting re-overtaken by Fabio, and then we have Matimar holding down Levy and Ricky Boy 12, but he can't hold him down for long, and he is currently in 11th outside the points as the soft and medium runners get past him. Goes round the outside of Ricky Boy 12. Great overtake. Chevy still cannot quite close down that gap to Arcaniac. Neither can Not Pickles behind him. 153 is now into 4th. It's 5th and 6th for the Nasaluna Racing drivers. Gorlomi and Mato holding down behind them. Gorlomi looking for a move on Fabio. So is Mato looking for a move on Fabio. Fabio dropping down like a stone down to 8th. Matimar now is back in front of Ricky Boy 12 fighting Levy, who's of course on the softs. Matimar only has 1 more token and a worse car, but he is still fighting his damn hardest here to remain involved in this conversation. Not Pickles cut up to Chevy. Can they make a move on Chevy? Doesn't look like it so far down the straight here. It's got a lot more boost saved up, but can't deploy it. Can't find a place. Round on Chevy, goes down the inside, squeezes through. It's Not Pickles into 2nd ahead of Chevrolet N400 Microbus. Mato now has dropped behind, and Jesus Christ, it's all over the place. Him and Fabio must have made contact. Levy is now involved. Ricky Boy 12 is now involved, and so is Matimar. Mato really struggling on those softs. Fabio on the mediums. Matimar gets through past Ricky Boy 12, past his teammate Mato. He's through into 9th, and Mato is in 10th, just holding on ahead of Ricky Boy 12, really struggling. Right now, Arcaniac and Chevy are both into the pits. Skip is through into 2nd, 153 into 3rd, and there we see Gorlomi pitting as well. Fabio is into 6th, Matimar up into 7th, Mato is pitting as well, and there's Ricky Boy 12 in 8th, Gorlomi in 9th, Emma Box, tokenless, is promoted up into 10th. Levy also pitting, and is Not Pickles currently in the lead of the race on really worn out softs. So we see Arcaniac and Chevy here. We're trying to regain their advantage. Not Pickles is into the pits. Skip stays out on those mediums. So does 153, and Arcaniac is in 3rd. Will he exit in 3rd? Yes, he does. He makes the undercut move on Not Pickles. However, Chevy does not make an undercut stick but he will be looking to chase down Not Pickles, has a lot more boost saved up. Matimar is up into 6th, Ricky Boy 12 in 7th, Gorlomi after pitting is now already in 8th, Fabio has dropped to 9th, and Emma Box is holding down 10th. Mato struggling in 11th and 13th, behind Odd Koopa on fresh hards. Skip and Juan still staying out on those mediums. Skip is. Juan is into the pit. Skip risking it with that 7 grip that the NASA Lunar Racing car has, but 153 dropping like a brick. Exits in 6th. Matimar already promoted into 5th. If the rain were to come right now for Matimar, it would be the most perfect timing for him and for Skip. And now Not Pickles has the fastest lap, currently at 35.85, but you can see all the drivers struggling with grip on this track if that is the fastest lap. Arcaniac chasing down Skip here, Chevy and Not Pickles behind Skip. Finally into the pits, and it continues to be sunny. Arcaniac is through back into the lead of the race. Then it is Chevy, then it is Not Pickles. Skip exits out in 4th. Matimar finally going off of the hards, overtaken by 153 Gorlomi and Fabio. But that is still 8th that he exits out, and he goes for another set of hards, either looking to take the set all the way to the end or looking for some rain luck later down the line. But the top 3 remain the same, but Not Pickles is now chasing down Chevy yet again, just like we saw in the first stint. Going a bit of grass on the hairpin, you don't really ever want to be in the grass on the inside of those hairpins unless you're accelerating hard. Skip, however, is really detached from the podium, looking to chase down 4th for now. Then it's 153. Gorlomi with 1 token. Fabio on the softs will definitely have to pit again, though maybe Gorlomi will as well. Fabio is through into 6th. Matimar holding down 8th. Then it's Levy, and then it's Ricky Boy 12. Mato, after a great start, is struggling a bit, but he is on the hard, so he has a big chance to profit off here behind Ricky Boy 12, and Emma Box, who's still staying out on the hards, and those are dead hards. Mato going round the outside, makes it the inside. Mato is through into 11th. Not much other than that happening. Closest gap we currently have is Ricky Boy 12, under a second behind Levy, and he is on the softs. Levy is on the mediums, both of them spending 1 token. The Carpathians Peak car is stronger, but is it stronger enough? Both the Pizza Racing Team drivers finally, after 12 laps, petting off the hards. Are they going for a 1-stopper? Yes, they are. That is fucking... that is incredible. Apologies for the language. Chevy is into the pits now off of these softs, looking for some sort of an undercut again, and he's looking for mediums. He will have to pit again. That is an interesting move. Skip might keep those hards until the end. Arcaniac still in the lead of the race. Interesting to see what Chevy does with this undercut. What will happen to him? Gorlomi now close behind Matimar on way more worn hards, but he's still forcing himself through into 7th. But Matimar remains with a counter down the inside, easily re-overtakes. Arcaniac and Not Pickles both leaving the pits. Skip is into the lead of the race, and they've barely given those softs any time, I think. Oh no, maybe they've had the softs in for a solid amount of time. Arcaniac, however, is right behind Skip, so he will be taking it over once again shortly. Chevy, the undercut worked immensely. He is ahead of 153 and Not Pickles now. 153 on really worn out softs. Skip still holding down the lead of the race. Chevy looking for a move down the inside of Arcaniac. Arcaniac's teammate Ishpo tries to slow him down. Arcaniac deploys the boost. He's into the lead of the race, and we're having some interesting fights here. Fabio is just ahead of Matimar in very fresh hards, but Matimar is not letting that stop him from making a move on him, and he goes into 6th. Arcaniac into the lead of the race. Chevy looking for a move on Skip. goes down the inside on this little gravel trap, has to be careful, and he's through into second. Cloud's coming soon. Skip is in third. Not Pickles really struggling with 153's really worn out soft, but he won't let Not Pickles pass. Not Pickles round the inside, but it becomes the outside with 153 Pet. He tries, he struggles a bit with Not Pickles. Not Pickles now 3 seconds behind the podium positions, struggling behind the Mexican driver, who now exits the pits, still in 5th. Matimar holding on to 6th, and it's Fabio behind in 7th. Then Gorlomi on very worn out hards in 8th. Mato on worn out hards in 9th. Ricky Boy 12 on very fresh hards down in 10th. Graco is just pitted out of 11th. We have Arcaniac still in the lead of the race, but Chevy behind is on similar duration, similar wear, but on mediums, and he is holding down a second behind Arcaniac, who's looking to try and run away now. Chevy with the fastest lap at 35.77 laps separate us from the end of the race right now. 153 and Matimar and Fabio looking for a fight here for 5th position. Matimar looking to chase down 153 despite much more worn hards. He is still managing it here. Will he make a move? Not Pickles now back in front of Skip. Those hards have seen better days. Matimar still unable to make a move on 153, but now on the straight, here he goes. He's got some boost saved up, but he doesn't need it, and it's Matimar through into 5th. Meanwhile, we have Mato in 9th on very worn out hards, and Gorlomi on very worn out hards, both of them petting now. Mediums for Gorlomi, will it be mediums for Mato? They are looking to finish off with this pet. Arcaniac will have to pet one more time, I believe. When will he do it? Same with Chevy. Not Pickles, I think, as well, and definitely Skip. 153, this might be his final pet, however, so he'll be able to catch up back to the top 4. Matimar behind him will have to pet one final time. Fabio might stay out on those hards, I'm not sure. Skip is close behind Not Pickles, but his tire wear is making it a difficult fight. Levy is now through ahead of Gorlomi on more worn out softs into 8th. And it's Ricky Boy 12th and Mato currently in 11th on very fresh hards. Odd Koopa now pits onto softs. And there we go, Chevy is into the pits, so is Arcaniac, so is Skip. They're all on the softs, but Not Pickles stays out. Is Not Pickles going to take the mediums 4 laps to the end? I don't think that's the case. I think Not Pickles is looking for an overcut, but it won't work. Heavy rain is on the way. It will work. Chevy really fighting to chase down Not Pickles as much as possible before the rain comes in. Not Pickles, we've got this hairpin section here that's going to take a while, and Chevy on the fresh softs has closed down the gap from 3 seconds to 2, but the rain comes in now, and there it goes. Not Pickles onto the wet tires. Chevy onto the wets. Everyone onto the wets. All onto the wets. What turned out to be a bad overcut is now a great overcut, but is still only 2 seconds ahead of Chevy. Arcaniac has dropped to 3rd, but he's not out of the equation here. Then is Skip, then is 153 and Fabio. Matimar with a wet undercut is past Fabio easily and is past 153 into 5th place, but 153 strikes back, and they're going to be fighting for that position. Mato struggling the most now, but we're going to have Cloud soon. Not Pickles, only a second ahead of Chevy, only a second ahead of Arcaniac. Skip is out of the podium places now for sure, but who will win here in the Polish J-Prix at Tor Białowieża? Chevy, does he hit a bit of gravel there? I think he does. He's lost a second to Not Pickles now. Matimar has lost 2 seconds to 153, struggling with some lap traffic, and Fabio is straight down on the back of him again. Will we see anyone petting onto dries before the end of the race? I don't think so. It's cloudy, it's still halfway wet, and we've got only 2 full laps until the end. But Chevy is really losing the back of Not Pickles here. You know who's not losing the back of who? Arcaniac is not losing the back of Chevy here, Matimar dropping to 7th, but he's looking to fight Fabio on this. However, Fabio's, of course, got the superior grip on that NASA Luna racing car, and he's got a lot of boost saved up. So does Matimar. Chevy is now through into the lead of the race on Not Pickles. It's nearly the final lap of the race. Will he be able to hold on to this? We need to focus on this fight for the win. It's Chevy versus Not Pickles. Both of them have quite a bit of boost saved up, but none of them are pitting onto dry tires. Of course, the track is still wet. Chevy looking to just run away from Not Pickles, but Not Pickles has a lot more boost saved up, looking for a move around the outside. It does not happen. Chevy holding on to first. Will he be able to hold on? Arcaniac has really dropped back behind both of them. Yorkshire Aerial struggling with the wet tires. Chevy still holding on to first here. Not Pickles not making it too easy for him, but Chevy is holding down the inside line on every single one of these hairpins, and Chevy crosses the line. It's an Evolve Racing victory, and Not Pickles finishes in second. Arcaniac on the podium, and it's Skip who finishes in fourth, 153. Will he come home to fifth? Fabio is too far behind him. I believe that is a yes. 153 RMC finishes in fifth position, and Matimar will finish 7th behind Fabio in 6th. Levioso finishes in 8th. It will be Gorlomi finishing in 9th. Ricky Boy 12, will he hold on ahead of Mato? Yes, he will, because that's Chevy catching him up behind. Mato once again outside the points after a great race. The heavy rain looks to have screwed him over. Then it's Graco who will finish in 12th. Odd Koopa finishes in 13th. Emma Box in 14th. Vlado 204 in 15th. And the drivers behind him have all pitted onto dry tires. It's Cuckoo's up in 16th, which is not bad for the brown car. Then in 17th, Mr. 06. 18th, Rushki. Close behind him in 19th is Tefoli, and then in 20th comes home Ishbo Spammer. All before the countdown, but all eyes on the Evolve Racing outfit. Only four tokens spent overall. Chevy with 3 and Gorlomi with 1. And what a race it has been. They finally get the upgrades, 5th best car on the grid, and they finally get a victory. They finally get pole position, victory, fastest lap, you name it, and Chevy Microbus has earned it for Evolve Racing. What a weekend out for them. Good job, and we'll see you after a week's break next week. No race in JVE, and then we'll see you at the Jeddah Corniche circuit for the annual Saudi Arabian J-Prix. So we'll see you then, and I hope you enjoyed the scenes we had at the Polish J-Prix. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time.